Hello everyone, I'm Seth with Exotic Motorsports and this is our 2013 Kia Optima LX. Paint on this car is not in fantastic condition. It does have rock chips across pretty much the entire hood. Somewhat noticeable. Headlights are just a little hazy. Chrome trim does have some pitting across the front. Pretty noticeable scratch there. This light's also just a little bit hazy. Scuff there. And there is a little bit of bumper damage here. This is kind of split off of the tab, so it's not mounted on there too much. It's just a little gap though. It doesn't hang off or do anything crazy. It doesn't flap in the wind, so it's still pretty secure. It's just a little bit of damage to be aware of. Driver's side fender. Do have some rock chips here on the side. Paint defect right there where it's bubbled. This isn't a car you buy because it's a show car or because it's new. It's affordable and incredibly practical and reliable. Those are the things to keep in mind here. Brand new tires put on in June. Wheels in good shape. There's a little tiny bit of rash down here, but that's it. Mirror has a few rock chips. Overall not too bad though. Driver's side door. Some scratching on the inside of the door handle area. A couple of rock chips here. One there. Small scuff there. Small scuff down there too. There's also scratching just above the door handle. A little difficult to see in the sunlight, but it is there. There's also a little bit of paint chipping off of the seam on the inside of the door. And moving down to the passenger door, you can see some of the scuffs kind of here and here. Some chips that run along here. Some more prominent scuff that runs down here. Small chip there. Some scratching on the inside of the door handle. There's a defect here. Sorry for the wind noise. Wind picked up out of nowhere. Moving over to the driver's side rear quarter panel, we have some marks here, another scuff there, some scratching down here, a little bit of scratching on the passenger door that I walked past. We have a dent there just by the fuel filler, a little bit of paint removed from that. Some marks down here on the bottom bumper, or bottom part of the bumper. Another imperfection there. Kind of looks like the paint cracked. We have some scuffs here on the outer part of the bumper. Some scratches over here towards the trunk. Some discoloration on the paint towards the bottom of the bumper. Some more aggressive scuffs over here on this section. Coming across there. There's that. Yeah, that little area of the bumper is not super pretty to look at. Some scratching on the top of the bumper going into the trunk. Paint is cracked right there on the side. Some scratching on top of the trunk lid. It's kind of throughout. It's more prominent right here in the middle though. Moving over to the passenger side, rear quarter panel. This one has a tiny dent in it too. Some scratching here on the side. Chip there, and it has a bunch of light scratches kind of coming up through here, just over the wheel. Which I believe I did miss the other wheel. Let's have a look at that. I apologize for that. Rear driver's side wheel. Some very light scratching on some of the spokes, but not really noticeable. I'd say that wheel looks really good. Let's come have a look at the rear passenger side wheel. Again, no rash, just some light scratching over the spokes, nothing really significant. Rear passenger side door, so we have a little bit of paint missing there. Some light scratching across the side of it. Like light scratching from here, kind of over here by the door handle area. Some scratching on the inside of the door handle area. Some scratching on the inside seam of the quarter panel where it meets the door. Do have some paint missing there. Blemish there. Light scratching kind of up towards the top of the door over here. Moving over to the front passenger side door. It's a little paint chip there. Scratch over here. Some scuffing kind of going across right there. A couple marks there. And the bottom of the door is in really good shape. And looking at the passenger side mirror, plastic is a little bit faded, but overall doesn't look bad. Front passenger side fender. All of this right here is really fine rock chips. There's a bunch of them on there. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Front passenger side wheel. Same as the others, no rash or anything, just a little bit of light scratching on the surface of those spokes. And that's really it. So no, this car is not gonna win a beauty pageant, but it will get you to work into the grocery store every time you need it to. So here we have the interior. Door panels are in pretty good shape. Small scratch right there. All the buttons are in really good shape though, nothing is faded or damaged. All of the labeling on the buttons still intact. Seats look pretty good. There's one small mark there, one little stain. The side bolstering is a little bit worn, but not terrible. Floor mats are in still good shape, aside from the lettering, the coloring being worn off, but these are the original floor mats. Passenger side seat looks pretty good too. Again, it does have a little bit of personality to it. It's not perfect. There's a couple marks and stains in there from just over time. Passenger side door panel looks good. Dash is still in great shape, not sun faded or cracked or anything like that. You can see all of the buttons look really good. Nothing is faded or damaged. Go ahead and start it. Not push to start, it is turnkey. AC blows ice cold. All the lights work, everything is in perfect working order. This car gets fantastic gas mileage. And for being able to get mid-30s on the freeway, it also has a surprising amount of torque. It is not a super slow car. So that's really nice, being able to have a good balance of usable power and fuel economy. It's not frustrating to merge onto the freeway with this, like it would be with a lot of full-size economy cars. The back seats also look really good. The entire interior in the back looks brand new. The radio and all the speakers work. It does have Bluetooth as well. Bluetooth, have your call buttons there. Has cruise control. Really everything you'd need out of a daily driver. The trunk is incredibly spacious. May not have fancy things like adaptive cruise or heated and cooled seats, but For $7,400, I think you get a pretty good dollar value here. Let's go ahead and look at the engine bay. This does have a direct injected 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. Pretty easy to work on. The car did have the timing chain redone at 120,000 miles. It's also had a fresh transmission fluid flush, new spark plugs, and the coolant flushed as well. New passenger side axle. And these cars are also notorious for having a bushing in the steering column that fails, and that was replaced last week, so it has a brand new one of those too. Really smooth idle, great to drive, incredibly comfortable car, and very dependable. And that is our 2013 Kia Optima LX. If you have any further questions about this vehicle, please feel free to visit our sales listing online at www.exoticmotorsportsok.com. Thank you for watching.